guys, and welcome to another episode of our tutorial series, The Beginner Guide. Welcome, and today in this episode we are going to learn how to use the next tools we just talked in, and which is the gradient tool and the blur tool, the sharpen tool, the smudge tool, and maybe the touch tool, this burn and sponge tool. And we will stop there for now, and we will continue with the last ones here. They are really important guys, so we are going to make them a special video, maybe a longer one, or maybe we don't know, we will see what will happen. In the last episode we stopped guys in the eraser tool, and we learned how to use this tool to erase and make our magic eraser tool or the background eraser tool, right? So now we are going to learn how to use the gradient tool. Well, this tool, it's basically, as it says, it will create a gradient for us, and its shortcut is G. It's for gradient, right? So let me show you quickly. As you can see in the middle here, I'm having this cursor here, I have this plus sign, which means I can click and drag to create a gradient color based on the color I just selected. Let me show you here. I will create a new layer, and as you can see in the top corner, in the top corner in the left, we have this bar here, right? This one here. If I click this arrow here, it will show me some gradients that already exist inside Photoshop. And if you click in this settings here, you can pick one of the palette that already exists, right? But we want to create our color. If you want to click on one of them, you can do it. Just go ahead and select a pattern, and it will change in the top here. But of course, we will always need to make our gradients, right? You are not going to use those gradients in your project. You will have a specific color that you want to use, right? And so let's see how we can do this. Let me go back. Let me click here. I want to show you slowly. So if you click in the arrow here, it will show you this one here, right? But if you click inside the bar in the gradient, just once, click once, and it will show you this gradient editor here. In this place you can pick the colors that you want for your gradients. If you look closely here, we have this bar here. It shows those four boxes here, right? We are interested in the bottom one, this one here and this one here. Those are the colors we are going to draw in our gradients. So if I click on this one twice like this, let me just click twice, it will show you the color picker. And as we've already learned how to use our eyedropper, it's automatically selected the eyedropper because this is the color picker. We will talk about those stuff later. So if I click, let's say in this green area here, it will pick the green we have here. Let's hit OK for now, and this is the green color. Let's click it again twice. Let me just select let's say just something for fun. I want to pick this blue sky here, right? So we have this blue sky here. I click OK, and we have basically a gradient here. Now, how to use this gradient? Well, it's really easy. As you see, we have this sign here in the middle, right? So if you click, let's say I will click in the top corner on my left here, I will click and drag my mouse. So I'm dragging it to this, let's say around here. Now all you have to do is move your cursor. I mean, you have to release the button from your cursor, and so if I release, it will draw this gradient here. Let me do Command Z to undo this movement and do it again. You press and you drag and you release, and it will draw this gradient here. Command Z to show you again. You can do it from the top to the bottom too. You can click and drag, release, and it will draw this gradient. Let me do Command Z. You can do it even just like this. You can do it just like this, or let me zoom out like this. Let me make the zoom a little better. There we go. I press G on my keyboard to switch to the gradient color, and of course, as I told you, you can just drag and make a gradient. Now let's say you want to make a gradient that have 5 color, not only 2. Well, we can do it. Just click again in this top corner bar here and move your cursor in the middle, not here but below the color. You will see it switching between the eyedropper into this hand. This hand is showing you where you are going to add another color. If I click, it will add this color here. It just picked a random color from our last gradient. So if you double click it again, you can click anywhere you want. Let's say I want this yellowish color here. You press OK, and you can click again and add another color. Let me just move this one here and pick, let's say something just look yellow. Let's make it like this, and we have 4 colors. Also, of course you can click anywhere and add more colors as you want, and of course you can create gradients just like this. And here we have those gradients, as you see. This is how we create gradients. Now we are going to talk about some more stuff here. As you can see, we have those 2 top boxes here, right? Those one are the one who makes the opacity 100% or not. They control the transparency of your colors. So let's say I have this color here, and I will make it like this. As you can see, if I drop the opacity to 0, it's transparent, of course, and if I move it, it's showing up a little bit. We can do this, of course, for these 2 here too. As you can see, I'm making it transparent or not. I'm basically controlling this whole line here, right? And you may see that we have those little dots here, right? As you can see, this one here, we have a dot here. If you click this dot, it will control who is going to be the stronger side, right? Let me show you. Let me make this one 100%. Let me make this one 100% too. Let's make it at 100%, right? So if I click this one here and see what will happen if I move this, right? You see the orange is gaining more space than the yellow one, and if I click this yellow, it will show you this border here too. If I click and drag, I'm making the blue take more of control than the yellow, and if I click the orange here and move this one, it will make the orange lose control to the yellow or the other one. You can make really cool stuff with this and control how much you want your gradient to work. And if I drag now, as you can see, it creates these levels here because each colors are taking power from the other one, and so he will take a bigger space or smaller space based on what you did. This is how we use this gradient tool. And of course we have the paint bucket tool. I think this is we all know what this one do, right? So if you click in this color here, it will fill the whole area with the color you just picked. It's like paint, right? But if we make a selection like this and we click, it will of course fill only this area. We learned before how to use the selection tool and everything, and how to make an area that's only we can draw in. If you didn't, you can look at the previous episode and see how we learned to use the selection tool and all the other tools. So if you are new, please subscribe, hit like, and see the previous episode. Thank you. Now let's continue here. We are going to move. We don't need to explain this 3D material, we will explain it later. For now, we are going to move to the next one, which is the blur tool. Well, basically this tool, it will make some things in your projects look more blur. Let me show you here. Let me zoom in and zoom to this deer here, and I'm picking the blur tool, and I will make the size smaller, so a little bit like this. And notice what will happen to this deer here. If I click and start drawing like this, notice what will happen to this deer. Oops, I'm selecting the wrong layer here. I'm selecting this layer now. I'm so sorry guys, didn't see it. I make sure that you are selecting the layer that you want to draw in, and see what's happening to this deer here. I'm making the side of the deer looks blurry, right? So this is the blur tool, or the sharpen tool will do the opposite of this tool. So if I start drawing, it's trying to make my deer look sharpened, right? As you can see, this one here looks sharpened, this one here. And if I pick the last one, which is the smudge tool, well, it's the smudge tool, right? It's trying to smudge my deer a little bit. It's making it smudge, so you can use it like this. Let's say I'm trying to make this looks better than it was, and I'm trying to smudge this one here so it's not like it's edgy, right? We can even do the smudge tool here too, to make these mountains look like they are fading in the sun, right? As you can see, they are not sharp, they just faded in the sun just using this smudge tool. And we have now a smooth let's say smooth mountains, right? They are really smooth now. And if I zoom out, you can see they are smooth. If I press Ctrl Z, well, let me show you an example here. As you can see, in the first we have this one sharp edge here, and after that we have those smooth or smooth, I don't know how to say it, this smooth background here. This is how we use these tools here. And of course we have the dodge tool. They are basically the same, they do the same job. This one here, it's of course to dodge the tool. So if we start drawing here, as you can see, I'm making this one here looks as you can see, it's making it like I'm erasing it or making it clean, right? I'm trying to find an easy way to tell you what those tools do. Don't make fun of me. So it's like it's trying to clean this. You know, when you are trying to make something, when you have let's say you have chewing gum on your shirt, and you are pressing it to make it disappear, right? So, and you accidentally make your shirt go white. It's the same here. And if we select this burn tool, of course it will burn an area. As you can see, I'm bringing the colors back to where I'm drawing. This is it's the opposite of the other one. And of course lately we have this sponge tool, which of course is a sponge, and it will do nothing for now because we don't have something different. But you can see there is a difference here, as if I keep pressing and drawing here, it's making this area look like this, right? This is how we use this tool. It's not really something interesting for now, but we are going to learn about these tools in the intermediate guide or the advanced one, on how to use them on making someone's face looks better. So we will stop here, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you still watching these videos. I'm really happy if you doing it. Please support the channel, subscribe, hit the like buttons if you like it. If not, please just make a comment, say what you have in your mind, if you like it or if you don't. And if you don't like what I'm doing right now, just say it and I will try to make it look better. Say what you want to learn. I will basically teach you guys whatever you want. This is for you, so please subscribe, and see you in the next episode, guys. Love you.